As the final regional activity of the UN Secretary General's Multi-Partner Trust Fund COVID-19 Response Project, a three-part webinar series was organized by a Fiji-based creative consultancy firm, Tonga, in partnership with UNESCO, and it brought together artists, journalists, cultural workers, creative industry practitioners, and representatives of development agencies around three main topics of discussion. The purpose of the webinar series was to strengthen the resilience of art and cultural industry people in the face of enormous challenges posed by the global pandemic by providing a platform for online discussions between key industry professionals, established and emerging artists, as well as development partners and Pacific governments. We wanted these stakeholders of industry to identify how to best support the arts and culture sectors and to create better understanding of the contribution and value of arts and culture to societal well-being. Discussions in webinar 1 and 2 were vibrant and comprised of a good mix of perspectives from policymakers, international development, media, and the arts and dance across Fiji, Vanuatu, Tonga, and Palau. Experienced artists highlighted the transformative power of art and how they've adapted and innovated during the pandemic. On the other hand, we also heard from the policy side and challenges in promoting this sector as crucial to national progress. From the media and international development sector, we heard about the innovations and creativity pursued by these organizations to promote the culture industries and valuing their contributions to the economy. We contended that knowledge sharing is indeed beneficial and informs any community in effectively coping during the pandemic. Webinar 3 deliberations spanned from Tonga to Palau and around the region with practitioners and experts from supporting agencies in the region, speaking about roadblocks and bridges in terms of development of the arts and culture industries. There was much mention of spaces which alluded to the need to not only be seen but be heard by associations, by governments, by lawmakers, by global development agencies. Much of the webinar speakers and audience acknowledged that while there has been a truly welcomed increase in awareness and support for the creative and cultural industries of the South Pacific, there's still so much work that needs to be done at the national level among ourselves as well before collectively presenting ourselves in spaces where we might be seeking assistance. So I'm proud of the team that helped make these discussions happen and put together these webinars.
My favorite part of the webinar series was bringing together artists from across the region to talk with people or other panelists who are not in the creative and cultural industries but have an interest to look at how to continue promoting the industries across the region. What I'd like to see for the future, a network of artists and cultural workers and practitioners who can communicate on a regular basis and exchange and talk about their challenges, their good practices, solutions that they found to their issues, in a similar manner to what was raised in the ResiliArt debates. Inaka.
It has been a wonderful experience for me being part of the creative, the culture and creative industry in the region, and we have had wonderful discussions and talanoa, and I think the artists themselves over the years have been having a wonderful talanoa discussions. So it is my hope that this is not just another talk fest, but it is about time that governments of the Pacific and Oceania, they recognize the value that culture and creative industries bring to the economy, and they begin to adopt specific policies, programs, initiatives designed to advance economic development through the culture and arts.